Welcome everyone to the L7C podcast divisional round of the L7C of the NFL playoffs. Wildcard weekend just concluded yesterday as day of recording, and we're here to tell you about it and preview the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. We got the EVP of the L7C and the NFL expert, Mr. Justin Akinda. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, man. We're about to go into the best week of football right here, the divisional round playoffs. So those are always the best. Those are always the best games. You still got a total of 4 games right before conference championship weekend. So yeah, pumped.
Yeah, 100%. Agreed. It's the NFL still belongs right now to the football fan, and this is like the last real weekend of football before you get to the championship and then the spectacle that is the Super Bowl. But Justin, man, it was kind of a dud for most of these wild card weekend besides one close game. There were some blowouts.
Yeah, some teams came out here and got their asses whooped.
Hey, you
Some
said
of
it,
these,
not
some of these
me.
motherfuckers just didn't even show up at all. It was crazy. Well, this shit does tend to happen in the wild card round, but yeah, some of these games like it was hard. Like I was so beat from watching football all weekend. I fell asleep there in the good game. I fell asleep there in Washington. I woke up.
Oh
I woke
no.
up and Washington won the game. I missed it.
On the last on the
A
last
doink.
drive. Yeah, a doink. I was just sitting there like, damn, damn. But this one that we're gonna preview, Justin, we both got this very wrong because the Texans. I
Man,
did not see, I did not foresee them destroying the Chargers like that.
yeah. I mean, their defense came to play. Their defense absolutely came to play, and it was so weird because the Chargers have a good offensive line. I
Hmm.
expected the Chargers defense to maybe get off like that against the Texans offensive line, but not the other way around. And then Justin Herbert just threw up all over himself with 4 interceptions. There's a couple that weren't his fault, but some of those interceptions were just bad, nasty work. I mean, just some of the worst interceptions you will see. And Justin Herbert still doesn't have a playoff point.
And again, Justin Herbert is good, but Justin, we got to slow down on crowning him. Two playoff games. First one, you give up almost a 29-point lead, and this one, 4 picks when you're the favorite.
I don't think you can hold that against him, blowing that lead against Jacksonville. But yeah, you can put this one on him for sure. But it's a team effort in the ass. I mean, Justin Herbert didn't give up 429 yards of offense to the Texans. I'll tell you that.
Would you be saying that if that was Lamar Jackson?
Maybe.
If Lamar Jackson gave up a 29 to 0 point lead in the playoffs, I don't know if he'd be allowed to show his face on TV.
I'm just saying, when you blow a lead like that, it can't all be on the quarterback. Like 28-3 in the Super Bowl. That ain't all on Matt Ryan. That ain't Matt Ryan's L. Dan Quinn had to hold that shit for a long
Oh
ass
yeah.
time before he was in everyone's good graces.
Oh yeah, but then you sit here, it's like, all right, man, you've blown enough cachet. Why don't you guys run the ball when you're up 28-3? What are you doing still throwing?
Hey,
You won
that
MVP that year. You could call an audible.
that is old news, but that blowing a lead like that, I can't put on the quarterback. A quarterback throwing 4 interceptions, I absolutely can put that on you.
Fine. Those MVP candidate boys, they would not hear the end of it.
No, they would not, but I would give them that same fairness. I would.
Okay. As long as you give them the
I
same fairness.
I would. Blowing a lead, blowing, like that's not all on them.
It's not. It's
But
so
Justin,
far.
but Justin Herbert's 2 times in the playoffs have not been good. They have not been good. You get up to that lead and you lose it, and then you show up here as a favorite. You are on the road, but you show up in you're facing a Texans team that has not done shit in literally a month. They have not done a
Yes.
goddamn
Yes.
like that's the point you're getting at. Like that's the indictment on the Chargers and Justin Herbert. But the line played good
Mhm.
all year. You got Joe all out there, the rookie Rashawn Slater. Those motherfuckers did not show up.
Mhm.
How many sacks they give up? Yeah, they gave up 4 sacks. So
Just so strange because like the Texans really have not done anything in a month, a whole month.
It,
Like,
it was
nah.
definitely weird. It was definitely, and you knew like the Chargers being only up 6-0 at the beginning of the game when they were dominating the game.
Mhm.
That's what you knew. That's what you knew something was weird. Something was up. But first year under Jim Harbaugh. Let's see what he looks like. What's some weapons? Another year of Harbaugh coaching. Hopefully the defense is still good, and we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do next year. In terms of the Brandon Staley last year when the team quit on him, and Jim Harbaugh here this year, it's an improvement.
No,
It's an improvement. Now if Justin Herbert comes into the playoffs next year and then lays an egg, then we can really get on his ass like for real, because then it's time. Then you want Dak Prescott levels of the ass. So then we gotta be up on you. But right now, hey, he just went to Houston. That was Houston's day.
it's just so interesting too because that team that came back on him, it's just crazy how the NFL works. Like 2, 3 years later, that team just fired their coach. Like at the time of our recording, Doug Peterson, because they haven't done anything since coming back against um the Chargers. And you got another like generational guy, Trevor Lawrence, just sitting there like, hey, he already has a playoff win, and now he can't even sniff the playoffs. And we're in one of the weakest divisions in the league.
You bringing up Jacksonville? I ain't want to talk about them, but they can't. Whoever comes in and coaches them, they have to turn that shit around.
Oh yeah,
I do not believe Trevor Lawrence is that bad. Like
I don't think he is
I do
either.
not. Like you give him all this money and then I know he was injured this year, but before he got hurt, they were not playing good
Hmm.
whatsoever. And that division is just too easy. We'll see what the Titans do with the number one pick. They got the number one pick, right? This Tennessee, right?
Yeah, they got a lot of. There's I've seen. I don't know if I like the smoke I've been seeing from there. I don't know if it makes sense.
We'll get that. We'll get to that in the news sector. But you got Tennessee in there. You still have the Colts, who I don't know what they're about to do with Anthony Richardson, but I don't think they can. I don't think they're about to wait for him to get good. So I feel like they're about to have a new quarterback next year, and then you have the Texans. You got to contend with CJ Stroud only getting better. So yeah, they need to get turned around soon before everyone gets their quarterback in that division, and then you're stuck with Trevor Lawrence winning a playoff game. What 2 years ago now?
Well, Justin, with the Texans again, CJ Stroud, they're first up on trying to stop Kansas City's three-peat. They're going to Arrowhead. We are 8.5 point underdog. Man, Justin, I think it's going to be a light work for Kansas City. I think they're about to flip that "who's going to stop
You
us"
think it's
mode.
going? You think it's going to be light work?
I think the line. I'm more impressed with Kansas City's defense this year. I think Jones and them they gonna get to CJ. I don't know about 9 sacks like the game we'll talk about later, but
I think Houston can put up a fight. I'm honestly not about to pick them to win. Kansas City will get their due next week when we talk about that. Whoever wins that game, but I think Houston will be able to. I think Houston's defense will be able to get some pressure on Kansas City because we all know Kansas City's O line is not very good. It's not as best. At least the tackles are not very good. So I think Houston will be able to get pressure. It's just playoffs, Mahomes,
they
Andy
started
Reid,
clicking at the end of the year.
Arrowhead, Steve Spagnuolo, defensive coordinator. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
they locked in now off a bye. These niggas haven't played. These niggas haven't played in 2 weeks for real because they didn't play week 18
Hmm.
against Denver. So they're gonna be ready. Yeah, I don't see Houston winning this game, but 8.5. That defense, they play that good. Derek Stingley out there defensively, he shut down. He had a great game against the Chargers, even though Lab McConkey did go off, but some of that shit's garbage time, and then there was one big touchdown. But no, I think Houston keeps it close, but of course I'm not about to pick them.
No, no, Kansas going down there. Commanders and Lions. Justin, I see Commanders in that Bucks game. I mean, that was the best game of the weekend from a pure like tit for tat teams going at it, coming down to the last second. It really could have went either way. It's just the Bucks made one more mistake than Washington did. And Justin, that's Washington's fifth like straight like game winning type drive, win on the last second type deal. Like if you look
Yeah,
at their
that's
previous wins, all of them have come on the last drive.
yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, the last drive, week 18 against the Cowboys,
Mm-hmm.
and then this week, and
Mm-hmm.
then well, what was that 3 weeks ago? They played the Eagles, I believe,
You had the
right?
Eagles one, you had the Chicago Hail Mary, you've had
Oh yeah. On the year,
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. This team has been so clutch. Jaden Daniels has been incredible. The rookie of the year. I was impressed how many times when I was awake during that game, just how many times they were going for it on fourth down
Yeah, they
and
went for
and,
it a
and
lot.
converting it. And in this game against Detroit, where we know both defenses, we know Washington's defense isn't good, and Detroit's defense is injured. So we know there's going to be points. Washington is going to have to score a lot of points to keep up with the Detroit Lions, and they've been in close games all season long, so they're not going to be scared of Detroit when it comes down to it.
Yeah,
So
let me
yeah,
let me
that's going
read
to
you
be a good game.
these past five real quick. Like you talked about the Dallas game, last drive 23-19. Atlanta Falcons last drive 30-24. Eagles 36-33. New Orleans 20-19. That was all the last drive after the bye week, and then obviously this Bucks game. They live on the edge, man. They do.
They do.
And again, we all saw the craziness with that Chicago game back late October, but that game too, it's no Lattimore, he's lost that rivalry. Mike Evans was cooking him.
At a point in the game, they took Lattimore off of him.
Hmm.
It took Lattimore off him. Like, bro, you were getting cooked. Like
Like,
you were getting cooked. We can't have you getting cooked like this. Well, Mike Evans stat line that bitch. Yeah, 7 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Caught all 7 targets.
yeah, bro. Yeah. But again, that was the best. It just worked out the way that it was the Sunday night game and the doink to end that like weekend before Monday. They're going against the Lions, like you said. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of points because obviously the Lions are hurt real bad. They really don't play defense. They go for it on fourth downs. Everyone likes the Lions. Everyone wants them to try and get back. Justin, I wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders are in this to the end.
Oh, at nine. The line's 9.5. So I bet on the Commanders. I
Hmm.
do not expect them to win this game at all. At
Hmm.
all. Too early. Too young quarterback. I don't think they're going to win, but Detroit better watch out. Detroit better watch out because they are going to come in there and put some points up on the board. But I just don't see how Washington stops Jameer Gibbs. I don't see how that
Jeez.
happens.
Yeah.
David Montgomery is coming back, which shit, I don't even know if I want David Montgomery to come back, man. Jameer Gibbs as the lead. He's Alvin Kamara 2.0. He is.
That's a good
I
comparison.
get the same vibes from rookie year Alvin Kamara that I do Jameer Gibbs. The man can run. He's dynamic. He can catch it out the backfield. This Jameer Gibbs is like that. That motherfucker is good.
He is. Justin, this next one, I Rams at Eagles. This just concluded because the Rams had the Monday night game against Minnesota. Eagles are a 6 point favorite. Justin, I think the Rams are going to win outright.
Oh,
I think upset's booming.
Martin, no.
Bro. I was not impressed with the Eagles. That was a fourth quarter. The Packers made it a fourth quarter game until they blew it all up.
That was the game that I was most locked into the entire weekend for some reason. That was just a game that I was able to just watch totally in its entirety. And just the way Green Bay started off that game with
Oh,
the
terrible,
fumble.
terrible.
Yeah, yeah, with the fumble. Like, yeah, the score looked close, but Green Bay was never in that game. Green Bay really was never in that. Like the Eagles controlled that game the entire way. I know Jalen Hurts didn't really pass the ball, but They did not have to pass against that Green Bay team. Everyone was getting injured for Green Bay. All the weapons on Green Bay were injured at a point.
Hmm.
Jordan Love didn't look his best,
He threw three
but
picks. Yep, he was just as bad as Herbert. Just one pick
yeah,
less.
yeah, Jordan Love didn't look his best, but the Eagles are a real good team. They got the best offensive line in the NFL. They probably got the best defense still remaining among the final eight NFL teams. The Rams are going on the road to Philadelphia in the hold on in the first matchup. That was when Saquon Barkley went for 255 yards,
What week
and
was that?
that was week 12.
Okay.
Yeah, that was week 12. Yeah, the first matchup, the Eagles went to LA on yeah, it was a Sunday night game and won 37 to 20.
No.
20.
Okay.
And I just think it's going to be more of the same. I already bet the Eagles to win. I bet the Eagles win the game. I got a ticket over the weekend. Bet the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. I think the Eagles come out the NFC. So
Uh,
I can't pick the Rams here. And
it's
then
maybe because they were the last team I saw play. Justin, nope.
don't let that game on Monday trick you, bro. Do not let
Did
that.
you see what they were
Bro,
doing?
Minnesota played so bad. That game fucked me up so much, bro. I had to watch all 22 film today. I needed to really see. I needed to see what the fuck was going on in this game. And the Rams for the majority of the game, they were in too deep, in too high safety, so they weren't going to let Justin Jefferson or Jordan Addison get behind them. But the blitz is what totally killed Sam Darnold on
I
the
thought Aaron
interception
Donald
that,
was playing.
huh?
I thought Aaron Donald was playing for a second. They kept getting to Sam.
Boy type shit. Not first of all, sack this motherfucker nine times. I don't know when Minnesota's offensive line became this dog shit, but it was. Sam Darnold did not help matters holding on to the ball so long. Like I was saying, on the first interception, the Rams blitz. Jaden Naylor is streaking down the field like that was a hot right. Like that's where the ball needed to go. He forces the Jordan ass, and that shit gets picked off. And then on the fumble, another blitz where they confuse Sam Darnold and then Jared Verse takes it for a touchdown. Like Minnesota, just don't let Minnesota being so ass make you think the Rams are about to do anything.
That's
And
the
I love
whole.
the Rams. Like I've been fucking with the Rams all year. I've been winning money off the Rams, but I don't think like all right, think about this game. Other than the first two drives where they just went up and down the field against Minnesota,
Mhm.
and yeah, the first two drives went up and down the field. They only scored in the Jared Verse fumble recovery. They only scored 20 points. And then in the games before that game, the Rams offense, like we covered last week, was 12 points, 19 points, and 13 points before week 18 where the Stars didn't play and they dropped 30.
I don't know, man. I just can't get rid of what they did to a 14-3 team. And it's the worst because it was on Monday night. So that's amplified because they're the only team on, so they're the only team that's getting talked shit about the next day.
It's all they all standalone games in the playoffs. They don't
True.
all play at the same time. Everyone is watching everyone. Microscope big. Everyone is watching you. And then especially the Minnesota Vikings and Sam Darnold the past 2 weekends, those two big spots just melted down.
Melted bad. I mean, I could see. And I also think McVay's better than Sirianni.
I will give you that. I have nothing against that because McVay is the 100% better coach than Nick Sirianni. I will give you that.
We'll see.
The Eagles are just a better team,
They are.
bro. They're just a better team.
I haven't bet it yet. I'm just seeing that. I'm just like, man, maybe prisoner of the moment. But I ain't gonna be a prisoner of the moment of this. This is the main event the whole weekend. This
Woo!
this
My goodness.
this
Oh my
going
God.
this going to decide the future of probably the whole
Legacy defining.
of the whole game. Of
A
the whole game.
legacy game.
Yeah. As my man Seto Kaiba told Yugi in Battle City, someone is going to the finals and the other is going home a loser. This is wow. Ravens, Bills, need I say more?
I'm gonna give you a take right here. The winner of this game is winning the AFC. The winner of this matchup is winning the AFC. The winner of this game is going to going to Arrowhead because yes, the Chiefs are going to win this are going to win on Saturday. They're going to go into Arrowhead next Sunday and beat the Chiefs and put these motherfuckers finally in their place. It is happening this year in our in our Lord 2025. It's happening. It's happening this year. We have the two MVP frontrunners, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. We have the now this was very early in the season. We have the week 4 matchup that was in Baltimore where the Ravens absolutely destroyed
Destroyed them.
Buffalo. Destroyed them. It was 35-10. This game's in Buffalo. Josh Allen has been Superman the entire season. Man, this game right now is a pick, I believe.
Every
I think in the notes, I think it's Baltimore. What do you say?
everything from whatever logical stats or illogical stats have all applied on this game. Like you talked about when um there's a point too where we didn't even think about at the beginning of the season, we're like, oh, Lamar MVP, then just disappeared from the wayside. Then Saquon, then it was all Josh Allen. It was getting some big odds. Then all of a sudden, here comes Lamar. And then recently, oh, Lamar's the favorite. This is it, man. Like from a logical standpoint, the team that no one thought would win the AFC really eats a lot of people. The Bills, the team that you didn't think Lamar could have better numbers than he did his previous MVP years. That even the illogical stats. Lamar's 5-0 since getting cussed out by his mom. Josh Allen's undefeated since getting engaged. Everything, every stat in the world. That's why this is a 1 point game on the spread. Because I don't know who the hell's about to win. I really don't. And you already know who, and you know both them know who they got to play next. Because this is going to be Legacy times 12 next week. So,
Yeah, yeah. You're right. I really don't know. I don't. I can't tell you who's about to win this fucking game. Like, I want to tell you right now. I did a teaser with the Ravens and Ohio State. I did that, but
because someone is
yeah,
going home a loser. Like
I
some,
mean, big. I mean, not only you gonna lose the game, you gonna have niggas talking shit about you. You
mm-hmm,
gonna lose. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. This game is going to decide the MVP. This game right here.
mm-hmm, yeah,
They going to say that we don't take playoffs into accounts when it's wins between Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, because that's what it is. That's who it's between, and
mm-hmm.
they play each other in the divisional round. And you going to tell me that game doesn't ain't going to be taken into the fact that who wins MVP? Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And the
we
way it
already
works,
know.
you know, there's gonna be snow in that field too somehow. It's gonna be pure football elements.
You think it's about to snow?
Somehow God gonna make it snow. Like it's
Oh,
about to be crazy.
you said fuck what the weather's saying. It's going to snow.
It's going, bro. Everything's gonna be on the line, bro. You can't be a fan of either of these people and not realize that you're. This is legacy defining. You ain't gonna be able to live this one down.
No, no. I'm about to check the Buffalo weather real quick.
I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. I mean, I don't know what you do. I know
It's,
what Baltimore. I know what Baltimore got to do though. They got to go back into these archives. And when they got their ass, when they were losing them games to Oakland and all that, and they were like 2-2 at the beginning, and you said yourself, stop being fucking cute and give the ball to Derrick Henry and just run.
well, you know what? And Buffalo weather on Sunday. It's supposed to snow Saturday. Right now it's cloudy, 24-degree high. So
Okay.
no snow, no snow at the moment. But it's Buffalo, the lake right there. It can snow at any moment in time. After that, Raiders game where I said, yeah, quit bullshit and just
Yep.
give Derrick Henry the ball. And then the AFC Championship game last year, I feel like they're gonna be watching that shit and they're gonna know this is what we need to do. We going to give it to Derrick Henry. We going to give it to Lamar Jackson. And last week against the Steelers, that's what they did. It was Lamar Jackson running the ball. He was running that bitch. I texted Joe. I was like, this motherfucker better not get 100 yards in this game because literally this close to putting the bet in for him to get 100 yards. They
Bro,
had 150 yards, 160 yards rushing in the first half against the Steelers.
nah, bro. This crazy. You really don't know who about to win. This Sasuke versus Gar, the shooting exams. You don't know who's about to win.
Oh, oh,
You don't
oh,
know. You really
damn.
don't know. Because when that fight happened, for them Naruto fans out here, we know and we love y'all for listening to our stuff. You know you didn't know who was about to win that fight.
Facts.
I'm scared. Oh, shit.
Facts. But
And it's a night game. Oh my gosh.
it's it's the
Ooh,
game. It
it's the
is
game.
6:30 on Sunday. But
Nance, Romo, Tracy
I
Wolf,
think if the
all of them.
Ravens I think if the Ravens keep doing what they're doing, and like I've been saying all year in this podcast, the combo of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry is just going to be too much. It's just going to be too much for the Buffalo to stop. And then that's the weakness of the team is the
Mm-hmm.
defense. That's the weakness of the team. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry run the ball. Zay Flowers is going to be back, so we're going to have a downfield element that we can get to. I think Baltimore wins, but actually, Baltimore got this. They won it. Baltimore going to win. We're gonna get Chiefs Ravens too. And good Lord, Lamar Jackson, you can't lose to the Chiefs 2 times in a row in the AFC Championship game.
Oh Lord. Oh, okay. Could that be Chiefs, Ravens, and then Philly, Detroit? Okay. All right. We'll see, man. It all starts this
Yeah,
weekend.
I,
Oof.
I'm about to say, based on my gambling history, in 2 weeks, we probably did the Super Bowl podcast the week of. It's gonna be Ravens Eagles.
Jeez.
That's
Oof.
what that's who my Super Bowl is.
That's gonna be crazy if true. We'll see. As long as that team in Arrowhead's out, because I'll tell you right now, if Kansas City gets to the Super Bowl, they're winning.
Amen.
They got to be knocked
I,
out now in the
I'm
AFC.
I'm relying on the football gods to help me on this one. They ain't gonna let you three-peat, man. If the Tom Brady '07 Patriots went undefeated and lost in that Super Bowl, the Chiefs ain't three-peating.
I don't know. It could see that was a mistake. We should rewrite mistakes. Oh, because gave Giants fans too much shit to talk about, too much shit to be proud of when they really weren't shit for the past 20 years.
Those 2 Super Bowl wins
Hmm.
literally has changed the course of their history because
Yeah.
you're right, they haven't done shit. They haven't done shit since the early '90s.
Oh my gosh. So we'll see. I'm pumped. Like I might oh my God, I might have to put my phone in a whole different room to watch that game. I might just watch that game in quiet silence.
Oh,
Yeah, bro. Like
you don't have a dog in the race, though, Mister Shield.
I know, but this game is too crazy because I'm gonna really be sitting there like, God, we gotta beat Mahomes. Like, I'm so
And,
sick of this shit.
and if we're being honest, I think the Ravens had the best chance to beat Patrick Mahomes.
I do too. I do too, but I need to see some real hate in the winners team's heart. Like, yeah, we gotta kill Kansas City. Some real hate.
I, and if it's Baltimore, you know, God damn it, John Harbaugh has to have those motherfuckers locked in for that game if they end up being Buffalo because the way they went out last year is
Mm-hmm.
unexcusable. It
Mm-hmm.
it was so bad. Like that game pisses me off to no end. Like every time I think about it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, we ran the ball the entire time, and now we get to the Chiefs, and we get shit stuck up our ass, and we're scared, We don't know what to do. We see Patrick Mahomes light skin ass across the sideline. I'm like, oh God, we're so
Every
scared of him. He's
time.
too good. Like no, no,
Every
watch this man.
time. Every time it's like that. Every time it's the fourth quarter and the game is close, you're just sitting there like, oh my God, they're really about to win. That's the problem. Anytime it's
Um,
close to the fourth, you're like, oh, Kansas is really about to win. Somehow they go get the defensive stop and they go score.
I'm telling you, don't let Kansas City get the ball with like 5 minutes left in a 3-point lead. Because I tell you right now, you won't get the ball back.
No,
That
no.
that's the best team I've ever seen do that. Just milk the clock. That
Hmm.
they moved the chains in that 4 minute offense situation better than anyone I've ever seen.
Yeah, I love it. This is gonna be again best. And we talked about from these weekends are just so elite because we talked about we went from the college football playoff Thursday, Friday into wild card weekend. Now you're gonna go divisional weekend into the national championship in college football on Monday.
Oh yeah.
That's something special, man. These football weekends, something special. All right, Justin, who you got for winners and losers? Or do you want to go to news before we do that?
Yeah, any news you got? Any news you want to do?
Oh,
Shit's been happening. Shit's been
shit.
happening in the NFL.
Yeah, coaches already been moving. Like they were moving nice and quick. Obviously, like I don't understand the Dallas situation. Like, if you knew you were gonna let Buddy's contract expire, why don't you just start the search earlier?
Well, and fire him before the season's over.
Yeah, but people are moving. I'm interested to see. I think Doug Peterson. I think he's gonna get a job somewhere. I think Robert Sala's gonna get a job somewhere. I don't think head coach, maybe coordinator spots, but I think they're gonna get some spots. I don't know who's gonna coach Dallas. I don't know if I really believe the
You don't
smoke.
you don't believe the coach coach I don't know if I believe it either, for being honest. He could just be trying to get more money for Colorado, for being honest. But
I just don't feel like his personality would work in college. I mean, in NFL. I think it's perfect for like inspiring young guys, but his peers, I don't know.
I think he'll be able to work in the NFL. Like, that's prime, bro. Like
I know, but
Hall of Famer. Like if he can't get you to play well, I don't know who the hell can.
I don't know. I don't know about this smoke that I don't know if you've seen the odds. Cam Ward's the favorite to be the number one pick. I don't know. I don't know if they're
He
gonna
might
give up on Will
he
this
might.
like
Oh,
so
Will's done.
dang,
Will's cooked.
already 2 years.
Will's. You watched him.
I have,
You watched him. He's horrible.
who's
He
really on that team,
and
man?
then the thing is, he has not gotten better. Like
No, no.
we haven't seen any like measurable improvement. You know, Bryce Young from like the beginning of last season to the beginning of this season to getting benched
Mhm.
to how he ended off this season, we've seen improvement.
Nope.
You see an improvement along that way. Shit, even Sam
Hmm.
Darnold, after going through the ringer, like, and we seen flashes with him. Will Levis had one game when he first came in and hasn't played that well since.
Crazy. It's crazy. And again, he had a whole bunch of. I didn't see the hype, but hey, people had hype about him. I don't know if I would. Cam Ward being the number one pick, I thought it'd be Travis since you could play in multiple spots if you wanted to, but
The NFL don't. Here's a good point that I heard about Travis Hunter, and then the playing to like as soon as he gets to the NFL, I think that's just going to be dead
mhm.
because think about it. Think about if he gets hurt and you really have him playing both ways.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
losing a starting corner and a starting wide receiver. That's
That's
two
true.
positions you gotta fill now. That's two like so he's gonna have to pick one. And a quarterback going one, you just know that's just how the NFL is. Like these quarterbacks, you got to get them. If you don't have one, we're not going to be talking about you this weekend or next weekend or going to the Super Bowl if you don't have a quarterback.
See,
So
and before these past 2 weeks, I'm like, hey, you can get a weapon or a defensive line or an offensive person, whatever, and just get a Sam. But Sam, he's pissed some money away the past 2 weeks. I still think
we've been
he,
pocket what
he's gonna make a
we've
lot
been
more than
pocket
obvious.
watching Sam for months. He definitely lost himself. He ain't getting 50. He ain't getting
Oh
50 mil no
no,
more.
no,
But
no.
the man has a market. Like
Yes.
he's definitely going to be able to go on the market and give himself a contract. There's plenty of teams in the quarterback, the Raiders, the Colts. Like there are
Yeah.
teams out there.
I just want
The
to see what these
Saints.
veterans quarterbacks go this merry-go-round, like a Sam Darnold, like a Kirk Cousins, like Aaron Rodgers, like where are these veterans going to go? Because some places, a la the Colts, before they got Anthony Richardson. They weren't drafted quarterbacks. They just pick some old dude off the street and try and win with him.
That's what they were doing. But I like some of the shit. Russell Wilson probably going to be looking for a job too. Shit, after how he
Yeah,
played.
both him and Justin. I don't know who they're keeping.
I think I saw some smoke saying they'll probably try to keep Justin.
He's younger. I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. But in this day and age, man, you need an adequate. You don't need an all-star backup. You need an adequate backup.
Yeah, yeah. You need backups. Don't get me wrong, but shit, if you don't have a quarterback, you don't need to worry about who the fucking backup is.
That's true too. That's true too. But nah, this quarterback carousel that's going to start when this is all said and done, and you know, everyone. These are anomalies the past 2 years. You not everyone's going to hit on their rookie like that year with like CJ or this year with Jaden Daniels. Like these are literally anomalies.
Yeah, I mean, but this year they all hit. Bo Nix got to the playoffs.
Hmm.
Um, Drake May look like he can play a little bit.
Hmm.
God, Jaden Daniels.
Hmm.
Who I'm missing? The worst one really was Caleb Williams. And you saw what he was having to deal with his coach and just
No.
being a Bears quarterback.
You get the right fit, you get the right coach, things can happen. Really, the story of the NFL. Right coach, adequate weapons. Like you always say, it don't matter what weapons you have if you don't have enough time to throw to them. Always starts in the trenches.
Oh yeah,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was like, hey man, I'll be very like that draft will be very interesting to see what Tennessee does with that pick. Any news you wanted
yeah.
to speak on?
Um, nah, we we pretty much hit everything. The Steelers, but I don't think Mike Tomlin's not going anywhere. They're not about to fire him, so yeah, we're good.
Fire, yeah, that's the thing. Firemen do what? Like you fire him, he'll
They,
be in Dallas
I
in two
mean,
seconds.
he don't got a quarterback either. So
True, true.
at least since Big Ben retired, like they have had ass like literally the bottom of the barrel playing quarterback for them.
Oh, that was true. That was true. All right, Justin. Now we can go to some winners and losers.
I don't got many. I won't go a winner, even though they lost. They lost tonight, but the Indiana Pacers, because before tonight, they were on a 6 game winning streak. And on Sunday, they went up to Cleveland.
Mhm.
Tyrese Halliburton got hurt early, and they still beat the Cavs, the best team. They don't got the best record in the league, do they? Is it the Cavs or the Thunder?
It might be the Thunder now because of that Cavs loss.
Regardless, one the best team in the Eastern Conference. Not the Boston Celtics. And Cleveland Cavaliers and Pacers went up there and won that game, and they lost at home tonight to the Cavs. But Tyrese Halliburton ain't play. But yeah, so shout out to them, and then loser, we'll go with the number one ranked men's basketball Tennessee Volunteers who lost to Florida last week by 30. I think I'm gonna do a segment in winners and losers about basketball teams who just scan and see who's out here getting their ass beat by 30 because it happens a lot these
Oh my
days.
God.
Teams really coming out here and getting busted. Oh, Milwaukee Bucks Sunday. They lost by I'm pulling up right now. These niggas lost by like 30 goddamn points. Yeah, they lost by 36 points to the Knicks on Sunday.
Oh, it's okay, okay.
Look
Oh,
out for that.
uh, we only have a couple winners. One winner, I gotta shout out the group message gambling chat we got because this past weekend, people were on heaters. People were winning some bucks. Shout out Dragon Ball expert Mitch winning some bucks. I mean, Chuck, you're still y'all were winning some buckaroos over there. So shout out to everyone winning some money. Love to see that. The other winner, because it hasn't been talked about in this podcast because it delivered, and the rematch is on Thursday. That first Cavaliers Thunder game, that third quarter when they were literally going back and forth, man, that's what the game's all about, man. 30 lead changes. Like I was just like,
The NBA's been good the past couple weeks.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Like that's what it's about. Like that two teams really going at it. I mean, I don't know about finals preview. I think there'll be other teams have a say in that, especially Boston. But that was a really good game. It was so good that obviously they're dubbing just the regular season Thursday game the rematch. That's how good that game they played the first time was.
It was good. I was working, but I only saw the fourth quarter, but that fourth quarter was great too.
No, so and like you said, that man's had some. They've had some really good games as of late. People are starting to tear it up a bit. Shout out to Donovan, Darius
They
Garland,
starting to try, bro. January coming around, getting close to the All Star break. It's time for the NBA to lock in.
and like
Playoffs right around the corner.
and like Jared Allen said for the national audience who didn't know how good Evan Mobley is. There you go. Another one insane in the basketball because this is absolutely absurd. Shout out, and I can't believe I'm doing this on this podcast. Shout out to the Detroit Pistons. They are on a tear in 2025.
Detroit basketball, baby.
Yep. That used to be one of my favorite things when I was little with Detroit basketball. Like Kate Cunningham and those boys. Look out now.
It's a
Look,
hooper, boy.
look out. If you missed out on the odds for him to win most improved, they instantly just went to the negatives as of yesterday, so you missed out.
Shit, you missed out on the win total before the season, bro.
Yep.
That 25 and a half's a lucky, boy.
Yep, I think I already have that secured. Um, I gotta shout them out, man. They're hooping. They are they're going crazy, and I never would have thought.
Shout out JB Bickerstaff, boy. He
Yep.
got fired and turned them motherfuckers around, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're
Mm-hmm.
they're they're also playing actual NBA players because like I was on Twitter and saw some of the lineups that they were playing last year. And I was like, oh, these niggas were fucking trolling us with these lineups, bro.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
who are some of these niggas playing?
I mean, it's and then loser. I mean, no one's really acted like super, super crazy that I want to give light to. I mean, the Laker game where they got smoked by Dallas without Kyrie or Luca, that's unacceptable. That is unacceptable.
Those niggas are just ass, bro. Fucking the
They
Spurs
just got
got
they got
the
smoked.
Spurs
Yeah.
got up in their ass yesterday,
Mhm.
man. Shout out to Wimby.
Like that's just bad. And I mean, it's an NFL pod. I gotta call out the Minnesota offensive line. Y'all really were on Monday Night Football and gave up 6 sacks at halftime, 9 sacks total, the most in Wildcard history.
That was so
On your
bad.
head.
That shit was so bad. That game was so. I bet on the Rams too. Like I was on the Rams and I was getting so mad at how bad the Vikings were. I was like, this. I'm turning this shit off. Where's Raw? Where's Monday Night Raw? Like
I mean, it's it's something, and it's just wild, man. It's wild, but we'll see. Oh, hopefully they do it again for the divisional round. DraftKings, you got to do that longest touchdown shit again. That shit was fire. That shit
man,
people had
fuck,
people feeding,
man, fuck that shit, bro. That shit was annoying, man.
but it had everyone feeding. That was some real good
Bro,
stuff.
y'all niggas just running your mouths in that damn group message. I'm like, bro, like betting on these first touchdown, man. It's bullshit. Like, I didn't want to be the party pooper. I'm like, bro, it be randoms, bro. Like, this shit's like fucking crapshoot trying to like pick first touchdown
But
scores.
then
Like,
Mitch was going off. He was picking them.
I, that shit, you can only sustain that so long because the NFL going to NFL.
Yeah,
Like,
it
it
is.
be the wooziest niggas be scoring. Like, I had a couple of those bets, and then like you start doing every game. It's like, all right, Why is a fullback catching a touchdown pass? Who the fuck are you? Like, why are you catching a touchdown right now?
I mean, shout out to the captains, Byron Mitchell. He got the first one. He got the Chargers dude having the longest touchdown of that day.
That was work. Lab McConkey, white
Mm-hmm.
man.
Mm-hmm. It's just funny, man. Just ask to the public audience, but either or, it's gonna be exciting to see this weekend. This divisional games. Kansas City start. Are they the first game on Saturday? Yeah, they're the first game.
Yeah, that's just because it's Houston.
Yeah. Chiefs play the first game, and then Buffalo and Baltimore the last game of the weekend.
Oh. We're gonna do 5 minutes on Ohio State football since there's no college pod or what?
Well, I don't even decide how the fuck we're gonna do that, but I mean, they play on Monday. It's in front of them. I would just say they can't underestimate Notre Dame because I'll tell you right now, Marcus Freeman ain't calling no toss sweep on second and goal like Sarkisian did.
Why, why is that necessarily a shitty play? Like, I don't like when us sit at home and like criticize play calling, unless it's really just dog shit terrible. Like, sometimes but I don't like this criticizing plays like that because, like, these niggas are watching film, they're seeing shit. If the, Most of the time it's someone fucking up, is what I'm saying offensively. Like, the play is the right play. It's just, someone whiffed on a block and someone made a play. It'd be that type of shit with like criticizing play calling. So I just don't like that too much.
I just don't like it going to the edge when you could just try and go up the middle, but who cares about that? More breaking news for people tomorrow who are in fandom of this. If you have time, be on your phone at 10 a.m. tomorrow if you are a superhero fan. The Daredevil Born Again new trailer will be dropping tomorrow for the new
Oh.
Netflix show. Be on the lookout. 10 a.m. breaking. If you are a fan of
Be on
Matthew
my
Murdock and Wilson Fisk, the new trailer is dropping tomorrow, allegedly.
Ooh, my guy. Shout out Matt Murdock. Shout out Wilson Fisk. Shout out to them. The only thing good in Marvel. Those niggas, man.
Oh man, with that being said, now just you can say what you want about Ohio State. I was gonna try and figure some out for the week, but
Oh no, you're gonna figure out something for the week then. That's fine.
yeah, we'll figure something out. I mean, but with that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the L7C podcast. I can't wait to come back to see who wins that Baltimore Buffalo game. I can't wait. Like,
Only game that matters, honestly. Fuck everything else.
it really does. But
For real.
with that being said, we'll see y'all next week. Take care. Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.